I think the audience is over the beef. I think the culture is still caught up in it. I think the audience is in it. And I think the only thing stopping us from moving forward from is this trial.
Yeah.
It's Drake in the trial, because it's like right now, bro, like rap needs him. Like, and every nigga that killed him, like they probably had their reasons, but like, okay, it's over now. Like even Hulk Hogan had to turn to Hollywood for a minute to get the ratings. We need Drake back. And I'm saying this as someone who has always been a fan of his, but he's not above criticism. Because remember, Drake was also the nigga giving out new verses to features.
And he's not doing it.
He's not doing that right now.
Missing.
That's
what the game is missing. Yes. Y'all not getting the Drizzy stimulus pack anymore, and it's all your own fault.
Family, what is up? It's Providence. Thank you guys again for tuning in. And it's happening, people. The once confident crowd of media personalities who were so caught up in the hype of early last year, summer of last year, who declared with great confidence that the boy, Drizzy Drake, Champagne Papi, the Iceman himself, was done, finished, over, and that the rap game was going to continue under the leadership and guidance of the one they call Kendrick Lamar, K. Dot. It was the Dot era. He was going to carry rap on his own as the new king of rap. And they were all dancing on Drake's grave. It was over. It was finished. Now we're beginning to see a bit of a 180, a turn of events. It's now been, almost a year since GNX came out. It's been a while since the Super Bowl. Kendrick's on a tour somewhere. We don't know where he's at. We don't know what country he's in. He hasn't given us any new music, no interviews, no content whatsoever. We don't know when's the next time we gonna hear from Kendrick. He's performing the same Not Like Us now for over and over and over. People are done. They're finished with the song. And now people are beginning to reckon with the fact that Kendrick Lamar cannot carry the culture. Now, if you would ask me my opinion way back when everybody was confident in Drake's demise and Kendrick being the number one dude in the rap game, I would have been told you that Kendrick wasn't going to be able to carry the culture. Kendrick was not a new artist when you claimed that he won the rap beef and that he was now the number one guy. Kendrick had been around at least since 2012 when he dropped Good Kid, Mad City. Phenomenal album, classic, in my top 5, by the way. But we knew what Kendrick was. Kendrick was always going to be the guy to show up every 3 to 5 years, give you a high quality album, and then disappear. Not on the internet, don't do no interviews, not going to provide any content for you. And the music was going to be good, but it wasn't necessarily going to be mainstream, a lot of it, right? Some of it obviously would be bangers. Some of it would be chart toppers. But he was like, in my opinion, he's like a descendant of Nas. Like Nas always gave you great raps, great albums, but he was not mainstream. I feel like Drake's more so a descendant of Jay-Z, who would give you the hits, the radio hits, right? And now that people have reckoned with the fact that, man, we really can't depend on Kendrick Lamar to handle this because, again, we've known what Kendrick Lamar has been for the last decade plus. We've known who he is. So I was always very surprised that people thought that somehow Kendrick would be able to carry the rap game, because if he was capable of that, he would have did it already. What was stopping him from being that guy a decade ago? It's the way Kendrick does music. Kendrick does, 5-star dining, or like Kendrick is like a museum, a fine arts museum that you go to every once in a while. You go, you experience it for a little bit. It's really, really good and dope. But that's not the main course meal. That's not what you do every day, right? In my opinion, Drake is like your favorite restaurant. It may not necessarily be 5-star dining, right? The albums coming out, I'm not saying they aren't good, and I think Drake has classic albums, but Drake is more so like, he's your favorite restaurant that you could pretty much order from every day if you wanted to. And the food's gonna taste great. You know what I mean? And you're gonna get your fill. And guess what? People need to eat. They're not gonna eat 5-star dining restaurants every day. You might show up, you might appreciate it for a little bit, and then that's it. You're not eating that every day. And that's Kendrick. He'll show up every 3 to 5 years. He'll give you some high quality music. You'll appreciate it for a little while, and he'll be gone. Ghost. Whereas Drake, he'll give you the music you want. He'll give you the good music. He'll feed you. This is why he's been able to be the #1 guy at the top for so long, because Drake is feeding the people. He's giving you the content. He's on social media. He don't even do that many interviews, but he has a presence enough to where he's out here. He's interacting. Kendrick is like an isolationist when it comes to dealing with people in hip hop. That's one of the reasons Young Thug criticized him when he was on that jail call, saying, bro, who you put on? Not to say that you ain't never put anybody on, but you don't like to collab. Kendrick doesn't like to collab. Drake was trying to get him on the song with J. Cole, and it was Kendrick who rejected that. And so we know that Kendrick, I don't want to say he doesn't have a work ethic, because I think Kendrick works hard, but he himself said, this is how I knew he was never going to be the #1 guy. On Euphoria, he said, you think my whole life is rap? No, I got a kid to raise, which is very admirable. I'm glad he has a fantastic work-life balance. But to me, I interpreted that statement to say, look, I'm not really dedicated to this game like that. I'm be out, sometimes I might be over in Ghana doing sit-ups or whatever, and I'll come back, I'll give you some raps whenever I want to give you some raps. And I think Drake loves his kid, but I think Drake lives and dies for rap, bro. I think he loves where he's at and what he's been able to accomplish in this game. And so I just never saw anything in Kendrick to say that he was ever going to be different than what he was. And now we in the big 2025. It's about to be the end of this year. Kendrick is an absolute no-show. We haven't heard from him at all. And all of the pundits are admitting, yeah, we need this guy. I saw Joe Budden the other day say he's our moneymaker. Folks is making money when Drake is popping, when Drake is here.
Yeah, I'm not feeling any of this music, but Drake not being great hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Like, things are not the way they're supposed to be if he's not great.
What you mean?
Niggas ain't making as much money as they would normally make.
Yeah. Listen, I follow
the excitement, the moments.
So, and the only reason why they're admitting this now is because everybody's coming back to reality. Kendrick had everybody gassed. Everyone was caught up in the battle. And then he went on the most manufactured, inflated, industry-propelled run that any artist could go on, with fake Grammy Awards and a Super Bowl performance by Jay-Z, given to him by Jay-Z, Drake's biggest op. And he was able to prolong his relevance, the relevance that Drake gave him by battling him in the first place. And even now, people are probably fueled to listen to Not Like Us because they hate the fact that Drake has a lawsuit out. And so Drake hate continues to fuel people listening to that song. But by and large, Kendrick has given you nothing. GNX wasn't even that great of an album, really. It's probably Kendrick's worst album. Maybe it's a little bit better than Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. But everybody's now come down off their high. And they realize, bro, we need Drake. And this is why everybody's so upset and so angry when he's not doing the interviews and things like that. Because it's always been about Drake. It all centers around Drake, especially when it comes to hip hop and hip hop culture. He is the driving force. People will hate to have to admit that, but that's what it is. And people don't like that, which is why people took Kendrick's side in this whole thing, because they wanted to root for the underdog, because everybody hates that Drake's been on top for as long as he has been. But he is the guy you love to hate and you need to hate on. And Drake is always going to be giving out a stimulus package. Either he's going to work with you and you'll make money that way, or you'll hate on him and you'll make money that way. But either way, talking about Drake gets you the bag. And everybody's now beginning to realize that they need the boy. Ain't that crazy? Better late than never, I guess. Anyway, this has been Providence. Thank you guys for listening. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that the game is waking up and realizing what it is and what they had with Drake? Or are people still going to try to downplay and disregard how important Drake really is to this game? Let me hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.